GM folks, I'm Roshan Khan and today I'm going to be presenting Shadowbrain. Well, we are in big 2025 and our so-called decentralized apps and DeFi applications still need Web2 alarm clocks to function. That's right. Contracts can't just wake up on their own. They sit idle, waiting for some centralized bot or third party to go and actually poke them to trigger functions. And even when they do, they are not actually that efficient. And even if they are efficient, they are not on-chain. That beats the true purpose of Web3. What should actually be self-driving is a lot more Web 2 than Web 3. Now, what if smart contracts could actually run themselves? What if they didn't need babysitters? What if they didn't need bots? What if all of this wasn't controlled by some random third party? Ladies and gents, that is exactly what we have built. Shadowbrain is an autopilot for contracts that lets them trigger themselves using Uniswap V4 hooks. Then instead of bots, we are using encrypted Dutch auctions to actually decide the execution. How the magic actually happens? Well, our initial point of contact will be a user making a swap. This is a pretty normal DeFi action, but with the help of Uniswap V4, we get before swap in which we can run a lot of checks. We are going to check if our auction needs to be started. If yes, we start the auction. How our auction mechanism is going to work is that initially the swaps will be not profitable for the users, so they will have to pay a penalty. This penalty will go straight to the vault. Throughout the later half of the auction, the swap will actually become profitable for the users, so they will actually get profits paid to them by the vault. So this will create a sustainable economic solution. Now, where our actual source lies is in our FHE implementation for the Dutch auction. We have encrypted a lot of the Dutch auction parameters to avoid MEV risks and also front runners, but even then, people can still make educated guesses, right? And with basic mathematical calculation, people can still make an guess of when the swap will actually become profitable. But we have avoided this by introducing an encrypted random seed. So now no one can actually guess when the swap becomes profitable. Now, let's say a person makes a profitable swap. In the after swap from the Uniswap V4 hook, we are going to make a call to the Shadowbrain hub. The Shadowbrain hub will then itself make calls to all the functions that have been attached to it. Thus, we have created a truly trustless and seamless solution to on-chain function automation. Now, two important questions that will arise is who needs us and why now? Well, with the help of Uniswap V4, it gives us native automation points for the first time, and Phoenix brings confidential compute to Web3, making privacy-preserving execution possible. And with the mass adoption of Web3 and the demand of on-chain automation exploding, the timing is perfect. The infrastructure has finally caught up for a solution like Shadowbrain to not only exist in theory but also in implementation. And Shadowbrain is built at that intersection. Well, who needs Shadowbrain? A lot of organizations will need Shadowbrain, but it will mostly be DeFi protocols that want liquidations and rebalances to run themselves, DAOs that need proposals executed trustlessly, and a lot of other dApps that need recurring or event-driven tasks on chain. Now, how will we become profitable? This could be done in a few ways. We can charge nominal fees for the Dutch auctions which we are running. We let the organizations which attach their functions to our hub fund the vaults to sustain their actual infrastructure. And we also our profit loss mechanism becomes an income source for a product like Shadowbrain. Well, ladies and gents, now the true question arises. What will you choose? Will you take the blue pill, keep Web3 waking up to Web2 alarm clocks, reliant on bots and other third parties, and also centralized mandates? Or will you take the red pill, enter Shadowbrain, self-surviving contracts, encrypted Dutch auctions, and trustless automation on-chain? The choice is yours. You can obviously go through our GitHub and see how we have implemented everything. This is our team which was working on the product. And thank you for your time and patience.